So what's up, guys? What's up? You're welcome back to our channel. In this video, I want us to be talking about why some few people fail in the rabbit farming business. I want us to be discussing these few things in this particular video. Why some few people fail in the rabbit farming business. This is what we are going to be discussing in this particular video today. So when it comes to rabbit farming as a whole, at least from the few experience I've been getting, I know I have some vivid knowledge about rabbit farming, and I'm going to be sharing it with you guys. At least I'm not a novice, I'm not a learner when it comes to rabbit farming. I'm going to be sharing the few ideas I have with you guys, although I'm not a professional, like I know all. No one knows it all. But the few knowledge I have with you guys, I'm going to be sharing it. The few knowledge I have, I'm going to be sharing it with you guys on why most people fail as rabbit farmers. Why most people fail as rabbit farmers, especially people starting it for the first time. So if this is the first time coming across our channel, here in our channel we teach you how to become a successful rabbit farmer, a successful rabbit breeder, and also a pet owner. We also do videos on other livestock farming like poultry farming, fish farming, snail farming, pig farming, and others. So if this is what you find interesting, consider liking this video and subscribing to our YouTube channel. If you are someone who likes livestock farming as a whole, consider joining the family by clicking on the red subscription button below. So why most people fail in the rabbit farming business? Why most people fail? A lot of people just go into rabbit farming without knowing the reason why they are going into rabbit farming. Maybe they just went into rabbit farming just loving the rabbits, seeing the rabbit around the environment. Maybe they don't really know about, maybe they don't really know how rabbits used to feed. They don't know how rabbits feed. They don't know how rabbits should be kept. They don't know how their housing should be. They don't know how the placement of their cages should be. They don't know all these things, like all these few things you need to know before going into a business. It's just like someone starting a factory right now. You need to ask some questions, you need to do some research, you need to put some few things in place. But a lot of people, before going into rabbit farming, they don't know all this, they don't check all this. They just see the rabbit and love them and be like, okay, I want to have this in my home. And when the rabbits give birth, they want to now turn it to a business to start selling the babies. This is one of the reasons why a lot of people fail, because they did not learn anything about them. Most times, if the rabbits give birth, this little baby starts dying. And this is number one problem. They'll start coming on YouTube and start searching for how to cure this, how to cure that, what they need to feed. Before this, it might be too late. Before this time, you might even get discouraged and just say, I want to sell all of them. And you just stop keeping them and say, okay, I don't want to keep rabbit again because they are dying too much. My rabbit are not staying well, all those kind of things. Because you did not ask for the right questions, you did not do the right researches you were supposed to do before even starting the farming business. Yes. So the number two reasons why people fail as rabbit farmers is that poor hygiene. Poor hygiene. People don't keep their rabbit cages clean. When it comes to rabbit farming as a whole, the number one thing you should consider is their housing. When once you get it wrong when it comes to rabbit housing, you have gotten every other thing wrong. No matter how good your feeding method is, no matter how good your no matter how good the breeds of your rabbits are, no matter how good your feeding method is, no matter how good environment you have for them, when once your caging system is not in good condition, is not the right pattern, you can actually fail in the rabbit farming business. When it comes to caging system, I have taught all of you guys how your rabbit cages should be. The floor should be wire mesh if you are doing a cage system like this. But if you are doing a colony system, then that's a different thing entirely. But if you are doing a cage system like this, the floor of your cage should be wire mesh. Like you can see as I put in this rabbit here, if the rabbit drops any poop or any of his dropping, it does not stay inside the cage. So that way, these rabbits are very clean. As you guys can see, that way my rabbits are very clean. They don't get dirty. Because of the kind of cages I am using, they don't get dirty. I can always carry them on my hand, even take them anywhere I want to take them because of how clean they look. But if you keep them in an environment whereby they pee on the floor, they poo on the floor, and they still stay on that same place, this way their body will be very dirty. this their body being dirty, germs, as you guys know, bacteria will be flying around. This their urine, this their poop. Yes, this their dropping. It's just like their feces, their waste. Staying just like you staying with your waste. That's really a dirty like practice. So if they stay with it this way, this thing cause a lot of it cause a lot of problem to them, because they will, maybe some of them might even end up eating their droppings. Yes, you can search online. Rabbits most times eat their droppings, so this can cause issues for them, because staying with their droppings, their urine, everything like that is not really a nice one. So number one thing you need to consider when you want to start a rabbit farming business and you don't want to fail, you want to succeed in it, is their housing system, their cage system. I'll be putting a little clip on how their cage should be. I'll video this cage and put a little clip on how it should be. You don't really need to start as big as you see how mine is. Depends on how you want it. You can always start really small. You can always start medium. You can start with 6 rooms, 9 rooms, 3 rooms, 4 rooms. Depends on how you want. It's not possibly that you need to start with 20 rooms at once. No. You can always start small. But that small you are starting with, make sure it is standard. Make sure it is in a way that these rabbits will be clean. Inside their cage can't be dirty because no droppings is there. Only what goes into their cages are their feeds and their leaves and their water. Then the nesting box and the rabbits. That's just what goes into their cages. The other things comes out, like the droppings come out of the cage. It does not stay there with them. So this way the rabbits are very, very clean and neat. So the number three things that make people, a lot of people fail in the rabbit farming business is people that like saying, I don't want to medicate my rabbit. This particular one is something really, really funny, because most times they will say, I don't want to medicate my rabbit. I've gotten one person that say, I don't want to medicate my rabbit. I don't medicate my rabbit. But when the time comes and the rabbit start being sick, they will start running around looking for medications to use. It's just like you as a human being saying you don't want to take drugs. That's how it is. There's no two ways about it. Saying you don't want to take drugs is one thing. Not taking the drugs is another thing. Because when you get sick, the sickness will call for drugs. And prevention is always better than cure. So I would advise you, if you are going into rabbit farming, you should try as much as possible to get any rabbit you want to get. At least try and get some few medications, like the major ones, the major medications you need. Some of the very common one, like the ivermectin, the antibiotic, then the multivitamin. Even if you don't get everything, like those three can be the major ones. You can always use those ones to do some little treatment, even without going to the vet. You can always use those ones to do some little treatment. A lot of you guys say you cannot inject. I have a video on this channel that I did, how to inject your rabbit. This video can teach you how to inject your rabbit. Like, it's very, very easy. When you watch that video, when you want to search for how to inject your rabbit, if you see my video, just watch it. I showed you guys how to inject your rabbit from like beginning to the end. There's no hard thing about how to inject rabbit. Injecting rabbit is very, very easy. So if you watch that video will explain that to you. So that should not be a problem for you saying you don't want to inject your rabbit. So once you get these medications, all you need to do is, maybe if you see a sign, a little sign that is something, maybe like your rabbit having a rust in the ear, or your rabbit having a rust in the nose, you know this is mange disease. This is mange disease. Mange disease is kind of disease whereby your rabbit will have maybe a rust in the ear or in the nose. This kind of little disease, you don't even need to call anybody. All you just need to do is for you to use ivermectin and inject it. Use ivermectin and inject your rabbit. But when you see that maybe the rabbit is not eating, then you can use multivitamin. When you see that the rabbit is looking dull, you can use antibiotics. Or even if you don't know what to do, you can always snap it, send to one of us or any experienced farmers in our WhatsApp group. Say, okay, I don't know what's wrong with my rabbit. What can I use? The person will say ivermectin. You already have it in your farm. You just go take ivermectin. You draw maybe 0.5 mil and you inject your rabbit and your rabbit is fine. Not that when your rabbit is sick, you'll be like, I don't have ivermectin. I don't have this one. I don't have this one. What can I use? You start looking for organic means. Most of these organic means of medicating your animals are being better used as preventives, not like cure. Not that they don't cure like totally, they do cure. Like this bitter leaf, me giving it to this rabbit now. Bitter leaf is a preventive measure for coccidiosis. Yes, bitter leaf also cures coccidiosis, and it also helps to manage diarrhea too. Bitter leaf helps that, and it also helps for rabbits immune system to be strong. But it's not that when these rabbits have coccidiosis, I'll now start giving it bitter leaf. Most times when they are sick like that, they won't eat these leaves you give to them. They won't eat it. That's one thing you guys need to do. Need to know. They won't eat the leaf because when they are sick, they might not eat. So these injections helps you better to medicate them faster so that they will start. And injection works fast. Once you inject them, they will start picking up bit by bit. Before you know it, they will start picking their feed. But if you say you want to go and use organic means like this bitter leaf now, you come and put the bitter leaf, you notice the rabbit did not eat the bitter leaf from morning to night and it has not tested any food. This way the rabbit will start losing weight. Before you know it, the rabbit is gone. So a lot of farmers going into rabbit farming will say, I don't want to do medications, I don't want to use this medication, I don't want to medicate my rabbits. Or yes, you might say you don't want to medicate your rabbit, but do you know how well to use the oral medications? Do you know how to mix the pawpaw leaf and the bitter leaf to get what you need to get? Do you know how to use the moringa and this to get what you need to get? This is all you need to learn about rabbit farming, especially if you want to go into it as a business, so you don't get a lot of loss. For those going into it as a pet, they might just have one or two. They might not really have a lot of issues. But you guys that have 20 something your rabbits giving birth, and you know those going into it for pets might not cross it. So they won't be getting those little babies that might be giving them issue with the growth rate, losing for all those kind of little issues. They won't be getting it. But people going into it for farming, like for business, that want to be making money out of it, might be having these little problems because their rabbit to be giving birth and their rabbit need to be crossing. They need to breed it with the male, wait for after 14 days, palpate it for the male to now cross. Then the rabbit will now give birth, put in the nesting box. All those kind of things you need to learn it if you want to go into it as a business. I really thank God that this our channel, we have a lot of videos that can teach you guys all these things. I don't even think there's any topic, although there are some topics I've not talked about, but majorly I've talked about almost everything on how to become successful in the rabbit farming industry. How to make your nesting box is here in our channel. How to make your cage is here in our channel. Getting good breeds of rabbit, how to identify good breeds is here in our channel. How to formulate their feed is here in our channel. How to make their feeders is here. So what do you don't what do, like why are you still asking questions about rabbit farming? Because this channel basically can teach you everything you want to know about rabbit farming. So what are you still asking questions about? We are still going to be making videos of other livestock farming, adding it to the side, like something you can use as a extra income, because a lot of people we need money this period. So we are going to be doing it like as a side, something at the side too, adding maybe some few poultry farming videos and other snail farming videos too. So I hope I've been able to explain some few things in this video. I hope I've been able to talk to one or two people, because this video is like somehow like a little training that I'm giving those that want to start up the farm for the first time. Get your good structure. Make sure you get the good feeders. Make sure you get a good feed so that your rabbits won't have a problem. If you don't know a good feed, there's a formulation I gave here in this channel for free. If you don't want to use that one, you can message me for my own personal formulation and I'm going to give it to you. Make sure you keep your cages clean. Number one, clean hygiene, guys. Clean hygiene. If you do all these things on this our channel, you won't get any issues in your farm. There might be one or two mortalities based on the rabbit mother not taking care of them. There might be one or two mortalities, but you'll be seeing great, like you'll be smiling always farming rabbits. You'll be smiling because rabbit farming is a really nice venture. One rabbit can give birth to up to 30 rabbits in 1 year. So imagine you have up to 5 females. 30 times 5. That is 150 rabbits in a year. So mortalities down and up, anyhow the mortalities wants to be, you get up to 80. It's still a lot of money. So please, we need to try as much as possible to always be aware of these things. If you want me to talk about anything in this our channel, please let me know in the comment section. Thank you for watching this video, guys. Like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, turn on the bell notification, guys. And as I always say, until next time, do have a nice day and peace out.